Hey there, welcome. If you've ever wrestled with brittle workflows, you'll love this. Unmeshed gives our user detailed monitoring when you need it, the ability to scale without limits, and reliable operations that just work. Let's jump in. Let's talk about migrating from Conductor. Conductor is the open source orchestration platform that was built at Netflix, and it was released in 2016. Since then, it's been around for many years, and recently was archived and closed by Netflix as an open source project. But while it was around, a lot of companies have managed to leverage it to power their orchestration use cases. If you're looking for a path to use to migrate away from open source Conductor, Unmeshed might be a great choice. The reason why I think it's a great choice is because it's not only highly performant, but it's also a very cost-effective replacement to the open source Conductor. The commercial version of Unmeshed could be cheaper than running the open source Conductor when it comes to computing requirements as well as overall total costs. And it's also built by the same engineers, who originally developed Conductor at Netflix. So with Unmeshed, you get the same exact workflow orchestration paradigm you know and are familiar with Conductor. So what does the migration process look like? We provide a comprehensive guide that details the differences between two platforms and will simplify the transition. Let's break it down. The terminology differs slightly between Unmeshed and Netflix Conductor. For example, a workflow in Conductor is called a process in Unmeshed. Our flow definition therefore becomes the process definition. A task is now a step. A process in Unmeshed is a collection of steps equivalent to a Conductor workflow. Some specific task types also have new names in Unmeshed. Decision tasks in Conductor are called switch cases. Fork join tasks are replaced by parallel steps, and do-while tasks, the equivalent of that, is for each. In addition to these key terminology differences, the way you define and compose a data model for processes or workflows also slightly differs between both the platforms. In Unmeshed, we have introduced the concept of namespaces, which is basically logical groupings of processes that allow for granular permissions across user groups. This eliminates the need for creating separate infrastructure instances for different teams, a common pain point with Conductor. Namespaces offers flexibility in managing visibility and access to process. The steps in Unmeshed are always defined as a single array, avoiding nested arrays. In Unmeshed, we've taken the approach that steps or tasks as part of any parent task or overall workflow should always be a single array. In Conductor, there are situations where you refer to tasks as an array or an array of arrays. In Unmeshed, there's always a single array. Some fields are now named differently as well, but it's pretty easy to get to know this as you explore this. Templating variables inside Conductor used to be the following: the $bracket syntax, which is now replaced with the double curly braces syntax. It's also a fairly easy transition as this is a popular templating style, and these minor adjustments make this migration very straightforward. To ease this migration, we have also created an API that can take the Conductor definition and auto-translate that to the Unmeshed-compatible format. This significantly reduces the effort required for any migrations that you might have to do. In Unmeshed, we've also taken a different approach in some of the popular tasks that we use in orchestration, such as wait tasks or switch cases, and things like that. We've made all of these tasks run using JavaScript. This allows you to compute the log to come up with the output of these particular tasks within the same task, instead of having to do it in a separate JavaScript task and then passing that context down to these tasks. As we run steps that are part of a parent step, you may ask, how do you group a list of steps together? For example, a switch case branch that needs to be a set of steps. To solve this, we have a new concept called a list of steps, which is what you would use. And that list is going to be the single element that you add to the array of the switch case. This way you can create a simple graph that you can represent your entire use case, instead of having to determine arbitrarily what type of data model represents the particular task. Every particular task or step in Unmeshed is a single definition with a single children array that represents the mappings that it needs. These enhancements, as well as significant performance advantages you get, is going to make a very compelling offer compared to Netflix Conductor. We invite you to try Unmeshed and share your feedback. And that's it. You're all set with Unmeshed. If this was helpful, check out our other quick guides to explore more features. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel or visit our docs for the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.